The first time this year in 2015. Welcome. We are live at Castillo de Metal. It's a little less elegant than the last one. Paul kind of kicked James out. We got James back here and Mick over here playing Mario Kart, of course. But it was a long off season. Let's get things going. First, let's talk about what went on in the NFL. Around the NFL. Around the NFL. Yeah. I don't have. Dude, is that a spider? What is that? Stink bug. Oh, stink bug. Of course. Well, so of course the big story this offseason was all about Deflategate, or Ballghazi, if you will. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots were busted for deflating balls. Then it turned out that that wasn't true. They had a press conference, denied it. Then another report came out, said it was true. Then Tom Brady destroyed a cell phone and evidence, and they called some guy the deflator, but said he was just fat and lost weight. And now it turns out the 4-game suspension for Tom Brady is completely gone. The only evidence missing in this case was security footage of Tom Brady punching a football in the face in an elevator. That's the only damning evidence. We're off to a great start. Well, let's talk about Jason Pierre-Paul for the New York Giants. Got in an altercation with some fireworks and blew up his hand. Actually had to have his finger amputated. Now, the bad thing is here, he really missed an opportunity to pull the all-time greatest pull your finger joke. Pull my finger. It fell off. Yeah, this one hits pretty close to home. Let's talk about the 49ers who've had the off season from hell. It would have been better if they just got the bubonic plague instead. 49ers fire their best head coach since Bill Walsh, and they hire the guy who just changed my oil at Jiffy Lube. I mean, that's kind of drastic. That's not the joke.
That likely happened.
That's not the joke. Yeah, he had a pretty rough bringing up. The only franchise to have a worse summer was Subway. Subway. Kitty toucher, Jared Fogle. All right, well, we're moving flawlessly. Let's head to the scoreboard here for week 1. All right, let's go to the scoreboard real quick over the games last week. Mick and Abalash duked it out, and it looked like J.J. Watt, 1.21. J.J. Watt took this one, 161 to 149. Check out Carlos Hyde. What a pickup from Mick. Over 160 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. Andrew Luck, as bad as he plays, still put up 21, and J.J. Watt had 15 points for Mick. Julio and Aaron Rodgers couldn't pull it off for Abby as he starts the season 0-1 and falls to Mick Barton. Let's go on over to 4th down and Dio, Alan Nesson's team, taking on Caitlin Dahlgren. 177 to 166 is your final score. DeAndre Hopkins went off scoring 33 points. Rivers had a good game with Antonio Brown. Very top heavy for Nesson, go figure. But Hopkins and Breeze and Eddie Lacy put up some really big numbers for John Dahlgren, who starts out the season 1-0. And you know what that means? This season, there is a running cash bet for $100 that if Abalash and myself finish ahead of John Dahlgren, he owes us each $100. However, if he finishes ahead of us, we owe him individually $100. So far, Dahlgren is in the lead over Abalash. Let's hear the cash register. Cha-ching! Dahlgren is up on Abalash, 1-0. Let's go over to Magic Mike Evans. Jack Molitor posting the highest score of the week, facing off against Jason Servos, who unfortunately had the second highest score of the week and lost that game thanks to Rob Gronkowski having himself a big game, 32 points. Now on the other end here, Jason did have Tom Brady put up 42 points and had Julian Edelman there, but that wasn't going to do it, as Jack definitely just walloped Jason 209 to 192, starting off 1-0. Now let's go over to a rematch from last year's championship. Party Like a Gronk Star taking on Dan Nickel. And again, same result, Dan Nickel beats Party Like a Gronk Star. 178 to 174, this game was close. Thanks to Anthony Barr, linebacker for the Vikings, had himself a game, and with Adrian Peterson only scoring 3 points, that against the 49ers defense really came through. Matt Forte had a good game. Javaris Landry wasn't enough for Party Like a Gronk Star. Travis Kelce grabbed himself 2 touchdowns for Nickel, and Hill and Murray, the running back attack, sure worked for him as he improves to 1-0 on the season. Let's go over to the Stud World Game of the Week. That's right, it's 2-time Hoffa champion James Yarnell taking on Joe Murdoch, and he edges him out by 22 points. 144 to 122, Joe with the lowest output this season. Thanks to Bishop Sankey on James's team. I think he accidentally drafted him, but he scored anyways. Russell Wilson had an okay game with Jimmy Graham also with the Seahawks attack. Woolly Mammoths off to their best start since 2011, going 1-0. That's definitely his best start in over 4 years. Let's go over to whom Odell Tolles versus Moise Foku-Up. That's Pat O'Connor versus Eric DeVault. And Pat did not have a good showing as Eric DeVault takes this one 160 to 134. Keenan Allen had a huge game with 36 points. Jason Witten is tied in there for whom the bell tolls, had 27 with Matt Ryan only putting up 23. But Tyler Eifert with 33 points for Eric DeVault. And Alfred Morris actually was on the board. And how about Paul Posluszny? 13.5 points for Paul Posluszny. Well, that was week 1 scoreboard. We're going to preview the games this week with our spotlight general manager of the week, Mick Barton.
Okay, now let's try to get an answer from someone who's not a complete retard.
All right, we are here live. With me is the very first guest this year, the 2015 season. It is Mick Barton, everybody. Mick Barton.
Why are you talking?
You are clearly engaged in this. Mick, we're going to run through this week's matchups, and I need your fantasy expertise to see who's going to win this week. Let's start out with. I pulled up.
Hoop's got a good team this year.
I pulled up the wrong league. Sorry about that.
Oh, you pull out the good league with no fucking pushovers.
So here we go. Let's go to the first game. It's for whom Odell Tolles versus Party Like a Gronk Star. Both teams are 0-1.
Who runs this for whom the Odell?
That's Pat O'Connor.
You win.
Now Pat has Marcus Mariota and is starting him against the Cleveland Browns.
Like everyone else in the fucking world.
Do you think that's going to make a difference?
He drafted him, you know.
He did draft. Oh, he didn't draft.
I wouldn't fucking draft him.
All right. But the attack of Demaryius Thomas, Javarius Landry,
Jarvis. His fucking name is Jarvis.
Jarvis Landry.
Isn't that Iron Man's helper?
Yeah, Iron Man's helper.
Who do you think wins this one?
You do, because Pat doesn't know shit. You should ask his wife for fantasy advice.
Former champion, Mrs. O'Connor.
Yep.
All right, well, let's go down to 4th down and Dio taking on Joe Murdoch.
I don't get that name.
4th down, I don't get it either. There's several Dio references this week. Phillip Rivers versus Cam Newton. Phillip Rivers on Nesson's 4th down and Dio. Mm-hmm. Now, Murdoch actually had a surprise. He's got Marshall and Percy Harvin, names from the past, but actually had some good showings last week. Do you think those players repeat what they did last week?
No.
Why not?
No.
Okay, who takes this one?
Okay, so the Jets are playing. All right, the Jets are playing the Colts. So Vernon Davis is going to shut down Marshall because Lord knows they don't have anything else to do.
Vontae.
And Vontae Davis. I don't fucking care. I'm trying to play a game here.
Man, and then blue.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry for your
Charles.
Team PG ratings.
He's got Jamal Charles.
Oh yeah, Alex Smith's favorite receiver, Jamal Charles. Let's see. So I'm guessing the guy who's not Joe. The guy who's not Joe is going to win.
Now, C.J. Anderson did not have that great of a game for the Denver Broncos.
You should never trust the Broncos running back.
What is the situation out there?
They have lots of running backs, but can't run, and Peyton Manning's old and can't play anymore, and whatever Neston says. Neston says all this shit. I'm just repeating him.
Yeah, he's terrible. All right, but I still think he's going to win this one over Joe. At least 156 to like 130. Low scoring output.
That seems right.
Let's go over to the team you beat last week, Avalash Ready Sack Sabbath,
Zach.
taking on John Dahlgren. Now this is a chance to even the score
Yeah, this is
for the bet.
This is a rivalry match.
This is a rivalry match. Aaron Rodgers with Abby versus Drew Brees for Filetgate. Unfortunately, Abby has Andre Johnson.
Hope and change, motherfucker! Hope and change!
Fucking Obama shell.
DeAndre Hopkins, who had a great game for Dahlgren, which helped him win last week. He's going up against the Carolina Panthers defense. Could be without Luke Kuechly, by the way. And Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy for the Packers going up that Seattle defense. Will that be the difference in this week's matchup? Eddie Lacy being shut down since his other running back is T.J. Yeldon.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad news.
Who the hell is
Now on the other side, D'Angelo Williams is running for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Does he have a good game against that 49ers defense?
No.
Okay.
They shut down Adrian Peterson. They'll shut down fucking D'Angelo Williams. He's like 38.
LeGarrette Blount is also running for Avalash Ready versus the Buffalo
You can't
Bills.
trust the Patriots running back either.
I totally agree. Well, I think John Dahlgren is going to win this week. What do you think?
I hate voting for Dahlgren, but yeah, I think he's got this one.
I think he takes this one 165 to 155, making Dahlgren 2-0 and Abby 0-2 and in the hole financially for the bet. Now let's go over to Jack Mahler's team, surprisingly the top scoring team in week 1. He is atop of the league right now with 209 points. He's taking on Eric DeVault. Eric DeVault with Peyton Manning did not look good. He's got Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson with a good Keenan Allen finally.
DeVault. All these shitty musicians in one league. Oh my god.
Fuck you, dick.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Now, Jack
Would you like 4 copies of your album? Because I got it right over here.
Jack does have fantasy gold, Tony Romo, going against Philadelphia Eagles. Jordy Matthews. Randall Cobb is getting the start, and Amir Abdullah, who had a good game for the Detroit Lions. Does Abdullah become the difference maker this week if he can repeat?
Sure, why not?
Okay, well, I like Jack in this one, obviously, because Eric DeVault's playing.
Yeah.
He likes the Browns, so what does he
He
know
likes
about
the
football?
Browns.
Yeah, what does he know about football?
There's nothing.
Let's go 164 to 150. That's going to be Jack in that
180 to 120.
one. You think he's going to score 180? I don't think he's going to get as many points as he did in the first week.
Yeah, and DeVault's going to get 20.
Well, this is very interesting. Mick Martin and 1.21 JJ Watts takes on two-time Hoffa winner James Yarnell and the Woolly Mammoths, who's off to a 1-0 start. Somebody's going to lose this game. Who's it going to be?
Who's James's number 1 pick?
Des Bryant.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shit. So he's got nothing. Yeah. I think I got this one.
It's okay. He's got Steve Smith. Now, Andrew Luck did not have a good game last week, but he still scored 20 points, 21 points.
Fair.
Good receiving core from Mick, Odell Beckham Jr. and Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders had a disappointing output in week 1, but
So did Odell.
So did Odell. We look for that to change, but Carlos Hyde is the real big surprise
He's
here.
a big surprise.
Is he just going to get fed every game like this? Are we seeing the old Niners where they just run the ball?
Have you seen Colin Kaepernick overthrowing and then underthrowing?
Yes, I have.
Receivers. Okay, so
Many times.
So that's all he's got. They have no receiving threats. Do they still card out Vernon Davis for halftime, or is that a thing?
Yeah, 7 points last week, and that's
7
probably
points?
going to be pretty normal.
7 points.
He doesn't know how to read the check down. You know, Yahoo's got you winning by 30. I think it's going to be
beautiful.
I think it's going to be a 50-point blowout with the absence of Des Bryant.
All right.
It's going to be 164 to 114.
All right, I like that. I like that. I think I'll win by 100.
Business as usual.
All right, I saved the best for last. This is the game of the week. All eyes are on this one. It's it's a defending champion, if you will, Dan Nichols.
Danny Nickel.
Taking on Jason Servos, who had the second highest point total, but came away with a loss. I'm looking for him to rebound this week and even his record and take down Nickel with Tom Brady, T.Y. Hilton, and Andre Ellington, who might be hurt.
Yeah, he might be hurt.
But I think he's going to play. And Randall looks like he is the starting running back in Dallas. And now that Des Bryant's gone, they're probably going to rely pretty heavily on him and Dunbar.
Dunbar? You don't even know his name.
Yeah, Lance Dunbar.
All right, you barely know.
I know his name. There's going to be some PPR points if you do have Dunbar. But Nichols got Ryan Tannehill starting this week.
Ooh.
And going with the running back trio again of Brown, Peterson, and DeMarco Murray.
Does he have a wide receiver?
Jeremy Maclin.
Does he have a wide receiver?
John Brown.
Does he have a wide? All right, he's all right. He's all right. I'll give him that.
But he's got Travis Kelce tied in for the
Okay, he
Chiefs.
has one.
Alex Smith's favorite target out there.
So he's got 2 Chiefs receivers, and
Now again, this is a 30-point blowout according to Yahoo
Wow.
in favor of Dan.
in favor of Dan.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to call the upset. I think Servos is going to take this one in a
Which
close
one
match.
has more hair on their head right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I think Servos has
Servos
more
has just
hair.
a little bit more hair, so I'm gonna give him the bit. I'm gonna give him the bit.
I'm going to give him the edge with the salt and
give him the
pepper on
edge.
top, too. I like it. I'm going to give him the edge. 170 to 168. That's your final score. Now, Mick, any
Upset
last
session.
parting words for your opponent, Mr. James Yarnell?
I hope your liver fails. I hope that your father comes to your deathbed, tells you what a disappointment you were, and I hope that John Dahlgren comes and rapes all of your significant others.
All right, I'll be sure to put that on a Christmas card. That was
That is a
beautiful.
good Christmas
That
card.
was beautiful. All right, well, that's it. That was the first episode of LGTV. We'll see you next week. I have flag football, so I'm not going to do this every week for a couple weeks, so it's going to be every bi-weekly thing.
Coach Dahlgren.
Coach Dahlgren and I, we have a flag football team, but come join us. We're going to be at Bishop or Chatard or whatever the crappy school is. Park Tudor. All right, thanks for tuning in.
These
We'll
are
see you
words.
next time.
Gay.